Hi, it's Elisa LaShell, the Empowerment Specialist, and welcome to Mic Drop Monday. So I had some crazy technical difficulties trying to come on just a second ago. So I hope that it works this time. I don't know what was going on, but I'm sure that we're good now. I'm going to start sharing this with some people that I know and some pages that I have. And I'm going to ask that you guys do the same. Just hit the share button. It doesn't take but a second, hey Laverne, to get some people on, because tonight I believe that we're really going to talk about an issue that really is going to resonate with a lot of you all. Hey Nancy, so I'm going to let everybody know to join us live now, and you guys use your power of influence and do the same. Nasir, thank you so much for watching. So I'm sharing this with a few pages to get us started. You guys do the same. Make sure you tell me hello. Hey Chanel, make sure that you tell me hello when you join. And if you are watching for the first time, hey Wanda, hey Tina, if you're watching for the first time, let me know that you're watching for the first time. I would love to give you a shout out. Hey Chris, thank you guys so much for joining. I'm so I'm always so grateful, hey Tanya, that you all not think it robbery to come join me every single Monday night. I'm so grateful. Carlene, hello and welcome. So you guys do me that favor and start sharing. I see some of you guys that are sharing. I am going to attempt, if my computer will let me, hey Angela, to share as well. Hey Marilyn, I'm going to share with some pages as well. Hey Demetrius, thank you guys. Hey Brittany, I'm going to let everybody know, join us live now. And you guys hit that share button. Sandra is in the house. My cousin Melissa is on. Hey Sugar. Hey Jocelyn, thank you guys so much for joining. I really appreciate that. I am just very excited about tonight. I'm very excited about, hey Barbara, what we're going to be talking about tonight. Hey Twyla. My computer is trying to do all kinds of things, so I'm really going to have to depend on you guys to share this broadcast for me. Listen, Dr. Lawrence Knighton is in the house. My brother, thank you so much for watching. My goddaughter LaQuata is on. Hello, dear. Thank you for watching. So excited. Hey, Loria, to see so many of you guys. Tonight, guys, we are going to be dealing with heart conditions. So you're going to want to make sure that your people are on. Hey, Felice, you're going to want to make sure that your people are on. Cheryl, thank you for being on tonight. We're going to deal with what to do when your heart is under attack. Arzella, thank you so much for watching. My classmate Lisa's in the house. Janice is watching. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, we're dealing with what to do when your heart is under attack. Leah, thank you so much for watching, dear. I appreciate you. And so, hey Melissa, so we're really going to be looking at heart conditions. And I know, hey Femi, another one of my classmates is on. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of you guys that hit that share button, because you guys are helping me so much, because my computer is trying to act real funky tonight. Hey Brenda and Anitra, thank you guys so much. So I really am going to have to depend on you all to use your power of influence to help me get this message out. Thank you, Brittany. I appreciate you so much. Jay's in the house. Thank you so much for watching. My goddad, Evangelist Phil Freeman, is on. Hello and welcome. Thank you so much. So we're dealing with tonight, we're going to be dealing with heart conditions. And usually I'm going to show you, because so it is in the natural, so it is in the spiritual, so it is mentally, emotionally. Hey Evelyn Carter, thank you for being on. There are a lot of ways that if we really understood heart conditions, we would really understand where we are in our lives and what it is that we need to do. Lady Gervin is in the house. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Everybody take a moment and help me out, because my computer for some reason won't let me share tonight. And hit that share button and get everybody on, because we're going to have a conversation that's real, that's raw, that's relevant, that I believe is needed for such a time as this. Valencia is in the house. Thank you so much, dear, for joining. I believe in this hour that there are a lot of people that we're walking around and we look functional. We look as though we are functioning. We look, because we're going through the motions. We're breathing, we're speaking, we're eating, we're driving, we're going to work. But can I tell you something? I've discovered that a lot of us are walking around with heart conditions. Oh yeah, we got to tell the truth tonight. You guys know that my whole premise is that you can't fix what you won't face. And I'm here to tell you guys that although we look good, although we are eating good, although we are riding good, there are so many of us that are walking around with, listen, heart conditions. And tonight we are going to dig deep. Camille is in the house. Hey, dear. we are going to get, hey Wanda, to the meat of the issue. We're going to deal with the condition of our heart. We are going to deal with the matters of our heart. Those things that perhaps we really don't get to articulate. Those things that we really might not know how to verbalize. But there are matters of the heart. Hey, Brenda. And so because whatever's going on with my computer and it won't let me share, I'm really going to have to depend on you guys tonight to hit that share button and invite your people on because whenever there is a need, I want to drop a seed. That's a mic drop for myself. And that seed is knowledge. That seed is enlightenment. That seed is one of those things that's going to bring help, hope, and healing. You guys, especially if you're watching for the first time, I'm Elisa, LaShell, the empowerment specialist. And I have this premise that says that you can't fix what you won't face. But when you do, there's help, there's hope, and there is healing. Pastor D is in the house. Thank you so much. Wanda, thank you so much for being in the house. So I appreciate all of you guys that are coming on. I see you guys sharing, inviting your friends. It blesses me to know that you guys are doing that. I really appreciate you guys. Hey, Victor, that's coming in, that really appreciate what I have to say and that saying, listen, this is worth somebody else knowing. I want all of you guys also to send up a special prayer for all of us here in the Carolinas, because you know there's a hurricane threatening and I'm already praying that we're covered. But make sure that you guys cover us. They've dismissed school for my daughter. So make sure that you guys are keeping us covered. Candace is in the house. Hey, dear, thank you so much for watching. So tonight, if you know that, listen, there are some matters in your heart, or if you know somebody that you're saying, that might be a heart condition right there. I know they're acting funny. My sis Latoya's in the house. I know that they're acting all out of character. I know that they're being all pessimistic and all, you know what? That could be a heart condition. So I need to make sure that I'm getting everybody on because, listen, I tell you guys, and you're going to learn tonight that some of these heart conditions don't even have symptoms. So when you press that share button, you don't know who could be scrolling by your timeline and don't even know that they're walking around with a heart condition, wondering why things are malfunctioning in their lives. And it's because there's a heart condition. So thank you all that have already hit that share button. Thank you all that are watching for the first time. Welcome. If you're watching the replay, thank you so much for watching, for joining me, for spending this time with me as we get help, hope, and healing. So tonight we're dealing with matters of the heart. And I was thinking about that thing. I was thinking, we talk a lot about heart attacks, and we're going to deal with that later. And we talk about, oh goodness, that's a heart condition. And I was thinking about, well, you know what about in our emotions? What about in our spiritual life? What about in our relationships? What if we were walking around with real life heart conditions, some things that were going on the inside of us that we really didn't know how to expose? Heart conditions. Yeah, it looks like it's another person. It looks like it's finances. It looks like it's our circumstances. But did you know that sometimes the dysfunction that's causing the malfunction is a heart condition? Look, I'm already dropping the mic. I hope I can say that again. It looks like the dysfunction that really is a malfunction, it could possibly be a heart condition. And so it begins in the heart. It starts within. So tonight, there is help, there is hope, there is healing. Thank you guys. I see so many more are coming on and joining. I hope that you guys are pressing the share button for me. I'm not able to share tonight for whatever reason, but thank you guys that are using your power of influence and sending this to somebody that could be suffering from a heart condition. Why is it important that we deal with the matters of the heart? Because if we don't recognize these heart conditions, we could suffer a heart attack. Oh yeah. See, a lot of times we think heart attacks jump on us. I don't know where that came from. I don't know how that happened. I'm going to show you guys tonight. Listen, there are some signs. And did you know that there are ways to avoid these heart conditions? It's time to heal our hearts. It's time to get ourselves free. It's time to figure out, listen, I might have a heart condition and I don't want a heart attack. I don't want something to attack my heart. And so many of us have been victims of heart attacks from the outside. Oh yeah, some of us have been attacked in our emotions. Some of us have been attacked in our spirit. Some of us have been attacked in our relationships. Some of us have been attacked in our finances. We've been attacked and we don't realize it's happening in our heart. And so I'm telling you guys that the dysfunction that causes the malfunction could be a heart condition. So tonight I was led to deal with heart conditions. What to do when your heart is under attack. Listen, I'm so grateful that so many of you guys, I see so many new faces tonight, and I'm so grateful. Welcome to Mic Drop Monday. Do me a favor and hit that share button, because you don't know, you might be saving a life. You know, when you deal with heart attacks and when you deal with somebody with a heart condition, you want to make sure that you're giving this information to everybody, because you don't know whose life you might be saving. So when you guys hit that share button, so many of you guys that are still joining, thank you guys. Welcome. I appreciate you guys coming up. Listen, I did a segment a couple of weeks ago that talked about the SOS, save our sanity. But tonight, listen, this thing is in our hearts, and we are getting ready to get rid of these heart conditions. Some of you guys, I was just getting ready to say, you should already hashtag it. Heart conditions. We're dealing with matters of the heart tonight. And so we're getting beneath the exterior. We're getting past what we look like on the outside. We're getting past what we make everybody else think is going on with us. And we're getting to the heart of the matter. We're getting to the place where it really is some issues. I love the hashtags. Hashtag it. It's a heart condition. It's a heart condition. I'm telling you guys, we're dysfunctional and we're malfunctioning, and it's so easy to blame everybody else. It's so easy to blame our finances. It's easy to blame our jobs. It's easy to blame that man, that woman, those kids. But guess what? It could possibly be a heart condition. Thank you guys for typing that in, because I didn't know if I would remember it. That dysfunction that causes that malfunction could be a heart condition. So make sure you guys hit that share button. Thank you all so much. I see you guys that are still joining. I appreciate you guys for joining me tonight. Make sure you're hitting that share button, because there's somebody who might be threatening a heart attack, and you're here to help them. It's a heart condition. So here's how we're going to start. I put a post up earlier when I was introducing Mic Drop Monday, and it was a scripture. And I think that it's very, very important that we base this thing on the word of God. Why did I decide, or why was I led to deal with the matters of the heart? Why was I led to deal with heart conditions on tonight? Well, listen, Proverbs 4:23 says something that's very important that's going to lead us into this discussion tonight. In the NIV version, it says, above all else, guard your heart. You hear that? Above all else. That means above the finances and the relationships, and making sure you're fine and fine as wine, and making sure that hair is laid, and making sure you got something to eat. This says above all else, guard your heart. Why? I'm glad you asked. The next part of the scripture says, for everything you do flows from it. You hear that? Everything you do flows from it. Above all else. Listen, this is Proverbs 4:23. It says, above all else, guard your heart. For everything you do flows from it. I told you guys the hashtag, it's a heart condition. The dysfunction in your life that's causing things to malfunction, it could be a heart issue. This is a heart condition. You know, there's another scripture that says, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. Sometimes you're wondering, why am I talking like that? Why are they talking like that? Why did she say that? Why did he say that? Heart conditions. You wonder, I don't know why I'm talking self-defeat. I don't know why I'm so pessimistic. I don't know why I've been so cynical and petty and negative lately. I don't know why I've been talking defeat. It could be a heart condition. And so above all else, guard your heart. For everything you do flows from it. And tonight we are dealing with heart conditions. I see so many of you guys that are hashtagging it. It's a heart condition. And so we are going to take an internal look at what is going on with my heart, so that we can find out what needs to happen in our life. Yeah, we want prosperity. Yes, we want to walk in purpose. Yeah, we want to be progressive. But if we don't deal with the issues of our heart, everything else will be affected. Thank you guys. I see so many of you guys that are steadily coming on. Hit that share button. Get your friends, your family, your co-workers on, because tonight we're getting to the heart of the matter. Now, I'm going to start off like this, and I hope you guys will be able to see the epiphany in this as we're dealing with the heart conditions. Welcome everybody that's joining. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you guys that are joining, that are sharing this segment tonight. I appreciate you guys. It's a heart issue. So I want to deal with, there are 7, isn't it ironic that there are 7 main heart conditions in the natural. And when I did my research in the medical arena, I learned that there are 7 main heart conditions. And when I start doing my research, I realized no wonder we're dysfunctional. No wonder we're malfunctioning. No wonder these relationships aren't working. No wonder we're not able to walk in our purpose. No wonder we're not able to walk in our prosperity. Because it's a heart issue. We have heart conditions and we're not even sure that we're walking around with them. We have heart conditions and we're threatening heart attacks and nobody is speaking to our heart. It's a heart condition. So I'm going to walk you guys through 7 heart conditions. And if you see yourself in it, you might not be able to say amen, but maybe you can say ouch. Now, let me give these rules real quick. Thank you guys so much that are inviting people. I see so many new people that are joining. Let me give you these quick rules for Mic Drop Monday. This is how we keep it lit in Mic Drop Monday. 3 easy, simple rules just to keep you guys interacting with me, just to let me know that you're listening and getting something out of it. Number 1. If you hear me say something and you say, wow, she just dropped the mic. Now, she said that. Listen, do me a favor and put a microphone emoji in the comments. Just hit that. Let me know that I'm dropping the mic. If you don't have a microphone emoji, that's fine. But type in big letters, mic drop. Hey, Katura, just say mic drop. Let me know. Hey, Cassandra, all of you guys that are joining, hello and welcome. But let me know that I said something. I've seen people drop bombs, said that I was dropping the hammer. If you hear me drop something that's an epiphany that gives you an aha moment, let me know by telling me that I dropped that mic. Secondly, here's what's very important. This is our accountability. Mic Drop Monday is about accountability. And a lot of times we think we're alone. A lot of times we think we're by ourselves. We don't know. Marianne Gully is in the house. Welcome. We don't know. Hey, Tanya. We don't know that other people are going through the same thing that we're going through. Hey, Seneca. So do me a favor. If you see yourself in something that I'm saying, go ahead and tell the truth and shame the devil. Type in 3 words. I see me. Yeah, if you hear yourself in something and you say, man, that's my heart condition right there. Type in, Laverne's typing it in for me. I see me. Tish Bell is in the house. Hey, millionaire, thank you for watching. Third, last but not least, I'm going to make some points. If I say something and you say, man, I need to type that in so I don't forget it, type it into the comments. There are so many people that come in and they watch it later and they say, listen, I heard some things, I read some things, and it resonated with me. Claire's in the house. Thank you guys that are watching. So listen, drop the mic. Let me know that I see me. And then if you hear me say something that resonates with you, type it into the comments. Take a second, everybody. Hit the share button. My computer is acting crazy. It won't let me share tonight. But you guys, do me a favor. Use your power of influence. The people you know, the people you work with, your family members, your church folks. Do me a favor and hit the share button and invite some people on tonight so that we can deal with these heart conditions. Thank you so much in advance. All right, so like I said, this is important because Proverbs 23 tells us, 4:23 tells us that above all else, guard your heart because everything you do flows from it. Don't be deceived. It's easy to think it's somebody else. It's easy to think it's your finances, it's your job, it's your boo, it's your kids. But our issues come from our heart. I dropped the mic earlier and I said that the dysfunction that's causing the malfunction could be a heart issue. It's a heart condition. So in my research, in the natural, medical experts say that there are 7 main heart conditions. And you might just see yourself in one of these. The first heart condition is called coronary artery disease. Yeah, coronary artery disease is actually the most common heart disease. Listen how it happens. It happens when bad cholesterol builds up plaques in your artery. Uh-oh, I hope you guys can see where I'm going tonight. Coronary artery disease is the #1 most common heart condition, and it happens when bad cholesterol builds up in our heart's arteries and blocks. It's blocked. So you have to ask yourself, what's blocking my flow? Woo! I just dropped the mic. You ought to type that in the comments and ask a question. What's blocking my flow? Yeah, this is reflecting tonight. I need to ask myself a question. There are 7 main heart conditions, and the very first one is coronary artery disease. And it happens when there's too much plaque buildup that's causing your flow to be interrupted. Then you better ask yourself, what's blocking my flow? See, your blood was made to flow. When your heart pumps, the natural order of things is that it flows through your body. It flows to every area in your body that it needs to. It goes in and it does what it needs to do. It goes in and it replenishes. It goes in and it rebuilds. It goes in and it revives. It goes in and it resurrects. But if you look and you see an area in your life and you say, wait a minute, something is clogged, then you have to ask yourself, what's blocking my flow? Thank you guys for typing it in the comments. You have to ask yourself introspectively, what's blocking my flow? I'm talking about 7 heart conditions. The very first one is coronary artery disease, and it happens when bad cholesterol starts blocking the arteries of your heart and blocks your flow. So you got to do inventory, and you got to look around in your life and say, whoa, wait a minute. Something's blocking my flow. We're dealing with 7 heart conditions. You have to ask yourself, the reason that this is the main one is because the quickest way to a heart attack is a blocked flow. I just released something in the atmosphere. Did you hear what I said? So it is in the natural, so it is in the spirit. The quickest way in medical research for coronary artery disease, the quickest way to a heart attack is a blocked flow. So you better ask yourself a question, what's blocking my flow? I told you guys at the beginning, the hashtag heart conditions, there is something that's blocking my flow. I should be able to flow in my finances, but something is blocking my flow. I should be able to be flowing in my purpose, but something is blocking my flow. I should be able to be flowing in my next level, but something is blocking my flow. And so you have to ask yourself, Pastor D, you have to say, hey, what's blocking my flow? Is it a he? Is it a she? Is it an it? Or is it me? That was a mic drop. Did you hear what I said? Is it a he? Is it a she? Is it a it? Or is it me? I'm on fire tonight. I already feel it. What's blocking my flow? I'm talking about hashtag heart conditions tonight. And so the first, medical experts say that the first main heart condition is coronary artery disease, something that's causing your flow to be blocked. Second, the second issue, the second heart condition is heart failure. If something, the researchers say that if your heart muscles become weak or stiff, your heart valves develop problems. Yeah, they start developing conditions that cause your heart's pumping ability to be reduced. And guess what? Congestive heart failure. Congestive heart failure is the number 2 heart condition. I'm talking about matters of the heart tonight. Heart failure. Heart failure is caused if your heart muscle becomes weak. If your heart muscle becomes weak or stiff. What am I saying? Listen, who are you weak to? What's your weakness? That's the second question. I said the first question that you ask yourself is, what's blocking my flow? Is it a he? Is it a she? Is it a it? Or is it me? That was the first question. You have to ask yourself, what's blocking my flow? I told you guys, is it a he? Is it a she? Is it an it? Or is it me? That was the first one. Coronary artery disease. It's saying something is blocking your arteries. What's blocking my flow? That's the first heart condition. Number 2, heart failure. It says if your heart muscles become weak or stiff, your heart valves develop problems. Listen, those problems change or reduce your heart's ability, hey Nino, to pump. And guess what? Congestive heart failure, CHF, congestive heart failure. So the second question you have to ask yourself, what's making me weak? Now listen, I'm going to bust my own self out on this one. I absolutely love SWV's weak. But when it comes to heart failure, you have to think about that song. Those lyrics say, I can't explain. Your loving makes me weak. Listen, I I don't need love that's going to make my heart weak because that's a heart condition. No, I need love that's going to make me strong, that's going to make my heart pump, not get weak. We have to think about this thing. Listen, if your heart muscle becomes weak, it does not have the capacity to pump properly. And if it's not able to work properly, guess what? You risk congestive heart failure. So that second question, you better ask yourself, yeah, I know what SWV says, but what's making my heart weak? There's somebody that's making me weak. There is something that's making me weak. There is something that's making my heart weak. Listen, and it's messing with my flow. I told you, you better ask yourself tonight, is it a he? Is it a she? Is it an it? Or is it me? We're dealing with heart conditions tonight. Is your heart under attack? I said number one, coronary artery disease. That's the first thing. That's the number one reason, that the number one heart condition in the medical field. It's because somewhere your arteries are being clogged up and stopping your heart from getting what it needs. And so the first question that you ask yourself, what's blocking my flow? Number two, heart failure. Congestive heart failure is primarily because the muscles in your heart become weak and your heart is not able to pump. And the second one, and somebody already typed it in, it's because fluids start backing up. Something making me weak. And listen, my flow starts getting backed up. And so you have to ask yourself, what am I vulnerable to? You have to say, what's my weakness? Something is making me weak. Is it that man that every time he asks for something, every time he wants me to do something, even if it's compromising, I'm weak to him? Is it that woman that even though I know she's being manipulative, I got a soft spot? What is it? Is it money? In my quest to be financially secure, am I out there doing any and everything? Am I risking my integrity because money is making me weak? What is making me weak? Because whatever that vulnerability is, whatever that weakness is, it's a heart condition, and you are threatening congestive heart failure. So you better ask yourself those questions. What's blocking my flow and what's making me weak? I hope I'm helping you guys tonight in this Mic Drop Monday. We are dealing with what to do when your heart is under attack. Number three, the third heart condition medical experts say is arrhythmia. Arrhythmia. It's saying that means your heart is beating either too fast or your heart is beating too slow or it's irregular. Oh yeah, listen, what's giving you heart palpitations? Yeah, it's cute to say, oh, my heart just skipped a beat. But can I tell you something? When you think about it, when something makes you anxious, when something gets your nerves bad, you ever notice your heart starts palpitating? Yeah, it starts beating too quick. It starts skipping a beat. Listen, that's not a good feeling, because I can tell you now, medical experts say that is a heart condition. And you better make sure, are those butterflies or are those heart palpitations? There's a difference. What is causing you anxiety? What is it that when you think about it, it starts making your heart do some crazy things? You know what? I don't know. My heart starts skipping a beat. I start breathing too fast. My heart has a condition. Something is causing my heart to start racing. That's a heart condition. What is causing me anxiety? I'm talking about 7 heart conditions. I said at the very beginning, I dropped the mic first. I said that, listen, the dysfunction that's causing you to malfunction could be a heart condition. And so tonight we're dealing with heart conditions, what to do when your heart is under attack. Number 1, coronary artery disease. I told you to ask yourself, what's blocking my flow? Number 2, heart failure. I told you to ask yourself, what is making me weak? What's making me weak? What's making me, every time they ask, I can't say no? Is it my kid? I can't stop giving them money even though I know that I'm enabling their bad behavior. What is it? What's making me weak? Number 3, arrhythmia. That means, listen, my heart's beating too fast. My heart's beating too slow. It's beating irregularly. There is something that's stressing me, that's causing me anxiety, and it's causing my heart to be irregular. So you have to ask yourself, what's throwing my rhythm off? Listen, arrhythmia, something is wrong. You don't have a steady rhythm in your heart. So you better ask yourself, you see how reflective this is, how self-reflective this is tonight? I told you, number one, ask yourself what's blocking my flow. Number two, ask yourself what's making me weak. Number three, ask yourself what's throwing off my rhythm. You ever been around somebody and you're saying, they're throwing my rhythm off? I don't know. I was in a rhythm. I had this groove going, and then somebody got up on me and they threw my rhythm off. Could be a sign of a heart condition. I hope I'm helping tonight. Number 4. The fourth heart condition is called valvular heart disease. Valvular heart disease says that there are 4 different valves in our heart, and either one of them could have something wrong with them. Either one of those 4 valves in our heart can develop a problem that causes us a heart condition. Let me break this down a little further. In a Mic Drop Monday a couple of weeks ago, I talked about things that make us feel like we're losing our minds. And so I was thinking about those 4 valves in our heart as we deal with valvular heart disease. I said, there are 4 chambers in our heart. And this heart condition is saying that there can be something wrong with any one of these 4 chambers of our heart. Well, valvular heart disease, I was thinking, could those 4 chambers be finances, family, fear, or fatigue? Listen, check this out. Finances. Problems in finances causing my heart to start doing something crazy. One of the valves of my heart. Listen, I need finances to take care of my family. I need finances to be able to support what I do. I need my finances. But what happens? Listen, when one of those valves in my heart's messed up, what if it's finances? What if it's family? Yeah, what if it's the family that's causing one of the valves in my heart to malfunction? I love them. I want them in my life. But what if it's family that's stressing me out? What if it's family that's pulling on me too hard? What if it's family that's driving me insane? What if it's family that's causing my heart condition? The third valve, fear. Could it be fear that's causing that third valve in my heart that's causing my condition? What am I afraid of? Who am I afraid of? What am I afraid of doing? Who am I afraid of being? Am I afraid of putting myself out there? My Uncle Bobo is on. Hey, Uncle Aaron. What is it that I'm fearful of? Because that valve in my heart could possibly be causing me a heart condition. That fourth valve could be fatigue. I'm tired. I'm so tired. I'm tired of fighting. I'm tired of stressing. I'm tired of doing it all. I'm tired of trying to be everything to everybody. I'm tired. Fatigue. So when you think about the 4 valves in your heart, you look and say, I need to take inventory. Could one of these 4 valves be malfunctioning? Could it be finances? Could it be family? Could it be fear? Or could it be fatigue? That is valvular heart disease. We're dealing with 7 main heart conditions. Thank you, Uncle Bobo. Okay. Number 5, aortic aneurysms. Listen at this. We've heard of aneurysm. The aorta is a large blood vessel. Listen what it does. It enlarges. It carries blood from the heart to the rest of our body. But sometimes aortic aneurysm means that, listen, check this out. An aortic aneurysm is when the aorta enlarges or develops a bulge. And do you know what they say that the bulge is due to? Inherited diseases. So here's what I want you to type. Trace the tree. Yeah, when you start dealing with heart conditions, trace the tree. Aortic aneurysms, they say aneurysms where there is buildup, there is something that's causing all the blood to clot at one place. 9 times out of 10, they said that this is an inherited disease. So I'm going to ask you, trace the tree. Yeah, inherited disease says, what was passed down to me that's causing me to have a heart disease? See, and I say this all the time, secrets make us sick. Physically, emotionally, spiritually, secrets make us sick. So sometimes we got to trace the tree. Sometimes we got to say, no, let me open that closet and get those skeletons out. No, let me pull this rug. Y'all not going to sweep this under the rug. I need to know, is there something inherent that I am carrying that could possibly get me into a heart attack, that could put my heart under attack? But So many times we got these family secrets. So many times we're always putting the skeletons in the closet. We're sweeping things under the rug, and nobody is telling the truth about what's going on in our family. Don't you know that when you go to the doctor, when you go see somebody for something, an ailment that's on you, the first thing that they do, they say, I need you to fill this paperwork out. And along with you telling me your name and your information, and if anything is wrong with you, I need to know, is there a history of this in your family? It could be a generational curse. And because I want to be healthy, and because I want to make sure that my heart is not susceptible to attack, I got to trace the tree. I need to trace the tree. And so the doctor, they ask you, I need you to fill this paperwork out. Has there been a history of the following things in your family? And if so, who? Did your granddaddy have this? Did your grandmama have this? Was it your mom or your dad? Who was the carrier? Because there could potentially be something inherent on the inside of you that's causing you to have a heart condition. I'm talking good tonight. And so we have to trace the tree. We have to take a good hard look at our past. We have to say, wait a minute, let me go back to grandmama and them. Let me go back to mama and them. I need to trace the tree, because aortic aneurysms, they say, happens when the aorta is enlarging due to a blood clot that goes back to inherited diseases. So let me trace the tree. Let me ask some questions. Listen, I need to know what was wrong with granddaddy. Well, what was happening with grandmama? Was my mama depressed? Was my daddy an alcoholic? Was my uncle a molester? Was my auntie verbally abusive? I need to trace the tree. Were my parents good at finances? Was there something going on in my bloodline? Because secrets make us sick. And we're hiding these things, and we're not telling them. And the reason why we don't want to break, and we can't break generational curses, is because we won't trace the tree. We got too many secrets. We don't know that we're sitting around carrying heart conditions, and it's inherent. Because won't anybody tell the truth? No, they want to tell the truth. Nobody want to talk about the molestation. Nobody wants to talk about the perversion. Nobody wants to talk about the abandonment. Nobody wants to talk about the abuse. Nobody wants to talk about the mismanagement of finances. Nobody wants to talk about the poverty mentality. Nobody wants to know. But you better trace the tree to make sure that you aren't carrying a heart condition that's inherent. Oh, this is tough tonight, but this is how we get help, hope, and healing. You can't fix what you won't face. You cannot fix what you will not face. And so you have to get to the point where you trace the tree. Am I carrying an inherent disease? I'm walking around wondering why I'm struggling with this. I'm walking around wondering why I have this weakness. I'm walking around wondering why I have problems with alcohol or pornography or being verbally abusive or can't deal with my finances. Could it be an inherited disease that's causing me to have a heart condition? I hope I'm helping tonight. You guys hit that share button, because there's somebody out there with some heart conditions that need to be free. And so that was number 5, aortic aneurysms. We're talking about 7 heart conditions that we're carrying. Number 6, heart infections. Heart infections is one of the heart conditions. Heart infections say that there are some infections, listen what medical experts say, that can attack your heart directly. Infections like tuberculosis, viruses. Listen, there are some, listen what medical experts say, there are some that affect the heart directly, and that there are some infections that, listen what it does, it inflames the sac that's around your heart. What am I saying? Sometimes the way that our heart gets infected is because that infection gets to the things that are closest to our heart. I know I'm walking down somebody's alley. You're wondering why you have a heart condition, a heart infection, because look at what's up on your heart. That son, he's right up on your heart. That mama, she's right up on your heart. Baby girl, right up on your heart. That desire, right up on your heart. That man, right up on your heart. That woman, right up on your heart. Medical experts say heart infections. There are some that attack your heart directly. But listen, the enemy is cunning. What he'll do is he'll inflame the sac that's surrounding your heart. In other words, there are some infections that don't come to you directly. They come to the things that matter the most. We are dealing with what to do when your heart is under attack. Yeah, if I can't get you directly, you got your heart guarded. Oh, okay, I see you. But what I'll do is I'll take the side door. I'll go through your son and make him act a fool. I'll go through your daughter and have her out there in those streets. I'll go through your man and have him sleeping around on you. I'll go through your woman and have her cussing you to your face. I'll go to those things that are surrounding your heart, and that's what I'll attack. I'll attack your vision. I'll attack your purpose. Heart infections, they cause our heart to have a condition. Those things that we keep right up on us, they're so close, we're holding them so tight that anything that affects them affects our heart. That's a word for somebody. Some of us are holding people too close to our heart, that every time they shift, our heart has a dysfunction. Every time they won't act right, our heart skips a beat. Every time they get out of line, every time they get out of alignment, all of a sudden, we wonder, whoa, where did that palpitation come from? Whoa, why did my heart just skip a beat? Whoa, why is my heart feeling like it's weak? Well, you better ask yourself a question. Who is surrounding my heart? Who do I have up under my heart? Could they be an infection? There are some people, I call them life leeches. And what they do, leeches in real life don't have backbones. They slither up on you and they attach themselves to you. And you wonder why you're not able to fight, why you're being susceptible to diseases, why you always seem to be getting sick. It's because that life leech, they got up on you real slick. They've attached themselves to you and you're wondering, why am I not able to fight off infection? Why am I not strong like I used to be? Well, listen, you better ask yourself, who do I have too close to my heart that's sucking the life out of me? You know, the ones that pretend like they're doing you good, but they're sucking the life out of you. They're sucking up all of your strength. They're monopolizing all of your time. They're taking away all of the positivity out of your life. They're sucking away your finances. They're sucking away your sanity. They're sucking away your peace of mind. Heart infections. Who is the life leech? I said at the beginning that the dysfunction that's causing your malfunction could be a disease, a heart condition. And so then you have to ask yourself, is it a he? Is it a she? Is it a it? Or is it me? I'm going to say that again for the people in the back. Is it a he? Is it a she? Is it an it? Or is it me? We're dealing with heart conditions. What do you do when your heart is under attack? And so you have to say, whoa, wait a minute. I'm looking at these heart conditions, this coronary heart disease, and I'm saying, whoa, wait a minute, what's blocking my flow? I'm looking at my heart failure and I'm asking myself, what's making me weak? I'm looking at arrhythmia and I'm asking myself, what's throwing off my rhythm? I'm looking at valvular heart disease and I'm saying, is it finances, family, fear, or failure? I'm looking at aortic aneurysms and I'm tracing the tree and I'm asking myself, could this be inherent? I'm looking at my heart condition and I'm wondering, look at this sac surrounding my heart. Is there a leech that's sucking my blood flow? Who do I have up on me that's sucking away all of my strength, that's sucking away my peace, that's sucking away my finances, that's sucking away my confidence? Ask yourself, is it a heart condition? Last but not least, the seventh heart condition says birth problems. These are heart conditions, heart problems at birth. Because medical experts say that some children are born with heart defects. What am I saying? When you go back to your childhood, let's deal with the childhood drama and ask yourself, what left a hole in my heart? Oh, these are some real questions we're asking tonight. I'm not playing with y'all tonight. Heart conditions, because I don't want you to have a heart attack. And the seventh one, medical experts say heart problems at birth. Who left a hole in my heart? Oh, yeah. We're looking back. And I said this before. I said that God can't heal what you don't reveal, and you won't reveal what you don't feel. A lot of us have desensitized ourselves to the pain. A lot of us have desensitized ourselves to feeling anything. But let me go back to my birth. Let me go back to my childhood. Who or what left a hole in my heart? We think that it's our current problem. Could it be that I'm holding on to a man that is not treating me correctly, and I'm so excited anytime he do half a good thing that he should have been doing a long time ago? Could it be because there was a hole in my heart left from my daddy? Could I be leeching onto this woman because I did not have a mother figure? She abandoned me when I was young. And so I'm holding on to women who don't mean me any good because there was a hole left in my heart. Could it be that I lived a childhood of poverty, and so I'm doing whatever it takes to secure the bag? I'm doing whatever I got to do to stay financially secure, even if it means it causing my integrity to shift. Who left a hole in my heart? We're dealing with heart conditions. We got to go back and say, listen, did somebody die and leave me? Did somebody walk away and abandon me? Did somebody reject me? Did somebody abuse me? Did somebody molest me? Did somebody mistreat me? Who left a hole in my heart? And so one more time as a recap, those 7 main heart conditions. So it is in the natural, so it is in the spiritual. Coronary artery disease. Who or what is blocking my flow? Heart failure, number 2. What am I weak to? Number 3, arrhythmia. Who's throwing off my rhythm? Number 4, valvular heart disease. Those 4 valves in my heart. Is it finances, family, fear, or fatigue? Number 5, aortic aneurysms. That's an inherited disease. Trace the tree. Who did it? Secrets make us sick. Number 6, heart infections. Who have I gotten close up on my heart that's a life leech and that's sucking away my sanity, that's sucking away my confidence, that's sucking away my finances? And last but not least, heart problems at birth. Childhood trauma. Ask yourself, who or what left a hole in my heart? Tonight, this is introspective. We're looking on the inside because we're dealing with heart conditions. And so we asking ourselves, is it he? Is it she? Is it an it? Or is it me? I hope I'm helping you guys. My grandmother is on. Hey, Granny. And so, as we go a little further, we ask ourselves, am I at risk for heart disease? We're talking about what to do when your heart is under attack. Well, surprisingly, this is what medical experts say, and it gave me a aha moment. Medical experts say when you ask yourself, am I at risk for heart disease? Medical experts say everybody is at risk for heart disease. Wow. I need you to type something in the comments. I'm at risk. Yeah, I need somebody to type that in because you can't fix what you won't face. I'm at risk. I did my research and I wanted to know, how can we tell? Am I at risk for heart disease? And the very first thing that medical expert says is that everybody is at risk for heart disease. See, that's the problem. That's why some of us are threatening a heart attack, because we don't realize that we're at risk. Thank you guys that are typing it in the comments. We don't realize that we're at risk. We're going around and we have fooled ourselves. We're going around and we have decided, you know what, I'm going to pretend like I'm good. I don't see this in my history. I don't see anything that's really making me feel some kind of way. So I'm good. No. Medical experts say, who is at risk for heart disease? Everybody. Everybody is at risk for heart disease. I am at risk. And so when we take into consideration that we are at risk for heart disease, do you know what that makes us do? That makes us take care of our heart a little better. I told you guys at the beginning that Proverbs 4:23 in the NIV says, above all else, guard your heart. For everything you do flows from it. I just gave you guys 7 heart conditions and 7 questions to ask yourself. If you didn't get to watch it, make sure after this is over that you go back to the beginning. And so here's the part where we ask ourselves, am I at risk for heart disease? Well, medical experts say everybody is at risk. Thank you guys that are typing in the comments. Say to yourself out loud, I'm at risk. Because you can't fix what you won't face. And the minute, hey Shamitria, that you tell the truth about it, the minute that you're honest with yourself and say, you know what, I'm at risk. I'm at risk for a heart disease. I am at risk for a heart condition. Then you say, you know what, because I'm at risk, then there are some things that I need to do that's going to prevent this heart condition. Oh yeah, you can't fix what you won't face. And so now that you guys are seeing yourself for the first time and saying, you know what, I'm at risk. I am at risk for heart disease. Now that you can tell the truth about yourself and say, I'm at risk for a heart disease. Now let's look at this thing. How can you take care? How can you eliminate? How can you alleviate that risk? How can you make that risk just a little bit lower? Well, there are a few things that you can do to alleviate that risk. But before I tell you that, there's something bigger that I want to deal with. Before I tell you how to lower your risk, because medical experts say, don't get it twisted. Everybody is at risk for a heart disease. Let's talk about heart attacks. A heart attack happens when blood flow to the heart is suddenly blocked. Part of the heart may die if that person does not get help quickly. I better say this again for the people in the back. I just told you guys that medical experts say, who's at risk? Am I at risk for heart disease? Everybody is at risk for heart disease. But I'm going to deal with the heart attack because a lot of us are threatening a heart attack and we don't even know it. That's why I unveiled these 7 heart conditions so that we can see ourselves and do something about it. What is a heart attack? Listen to me. A heart attack happens when blood flow to the heart is suddenly blocked. Part of the heart may die if a person doesn't get help quickly. Some of you all are walking around and a part of your heart has died and you don't even know it was because of a heart attack. Woo! You don't even know it was because your heart was attacked and you didn't get the help you needed quickly. You better hear me. I'm glad y'all hearing me in the back because I had to say this one more time. What is a heart attack? A heart attack happens when blood flow to the heart is suddenly blocked. Part of the heart may die if the person does not get help quickly. Some of us are wondering why we haven't been able to feel like we need to feel. Well, maybe we threatened a heart attack and part of our heart died. Something happened and we didn't get blood flow to some part of our heart where we needed it. We needed help. We needed hope. We needed healing. But somewhere, something got blocked. The blood flow got blocked. And because we didn't get the help, the hope, and the healing, part of our heart died. But tonight, can I tell you that there is restoration, there is rejuvenation, there is revitalization. You better hear me. There is help for your heart. Can somebody type that in the comments? There is help for my heart. Oh yeah. We're dealing with a heart attack because tonight was needed because so many times we have heart conditions and our heart is under attack. There's something that's blocking the blood flow. And if we do not figure out what it is, part of our heart may die. But you better say to yourself, there is help for my heart. Thank you, Valencia. There is help for my heart. Now listen. Let's make sure that you understand that there are some signs of a heart attack coming. And some of us can tell the truth. We've experienced some of these: pain or discomfort in the left side of our chest. Yeah, there's something that happens. There's somebody, there is a situation that makes us have pain in our heart. Pain or discomfort in our upper body, our shoulders, our back, our neck. Heart attack symptoms: shortness of breath, something that causes us, we don't know why, it's making us hyperventilate. What is that? These are heart attack symptoms. Listen, you feel sick to your stomach, like you want to throw up. These are signs of an impending heart attack. Start feeling dizzy, start feeling lightheaded. You're unusually tired. You start breaking out in a cold sweat. These are symptoms of a heart attack. But tonight, I'm here to tell you that there is help for your heart. There is help for your heart. Now, I always and I never give you guys a condition without giving you a solution. I told you guys, and I'm going to say it one more time, Proverbs 4:23 in the NIV says that above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. It is so important that we keep our heart healthy. And so as I close, I want to give you guys these 7 ways. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 ways to guard your heart and to prevent heart disease, to lessen the risk of heart disease, because I told you medical experts say that all of us are susceptible and at risk of heart disease. So I hope you guys are ready, because I'm getting ready to give you all 7 ways to help prevent heart disease. Number 1, eat healthy. Type that in the comments. Eat healthy. Ask yourself, what's in my diet? Oh yeah. This is self-reflective tonight. You got to ask yourself, what is in my diet? What am I ingesting? What am I eating? Because it could be that I'm eating too much starch and not enough meat. I got too many empty calories that I'm taking in and not enough substance. You want to prevent heart disease. You want to lower your risk of heart disease. Eat healthy. That's number 1. Ask yourself, what's in my diet? What am I eating? Am I eating negativity? Am I eating pessimistic things? Am I eating negative self-talk? What am I eating? What am I putting in my body? Listen to me. What am I ingesting? What am I watching? Yeah, what am I watching? What am I reading? Because if I'm sitting there and all I'm doing is looking at reality shows that are showing me women with low self-confidence allowing people to do them any kind of way, or I'm watching men that have unresolved issues in their heart that are mistreating other people, and I'm not putting in the word, I'm not eating the word, I'm not eating anything positive, then it's affecting my diet and it's putting me at risk for a heart attack. What's in my diet? What am I eating? What am I putting in my body? So the first thing, if you want to lessen your risk of heart disease, then the first thing that you have to do, I'm trying to tell you, is ask yourself, what's in my diet? Number 2, you want to lower your risk for heart disease? Get active. Somebody should type that in the comments. Get active. You want to lower your risk of heart disease? Get active. Can I just tell the truth so that I can help you? And this might hurt a little bit, but I got to help us. Some of you all are just lazy. The reason why you're threatening heart disease, you're lazy. You're not doing anything. What about that book you were supposed to write? What about that career that you were supposed to get into? What about that thing, that purpose that was in your heart, that class you were supposed to launch? Get active. What are you doing? You just wake up every day in the same cycle. I wake up, I go to work, I eat, I go back to sleep. I just get active. What are you doing? What have you done this year that has brought you closer to your goals, your personal goals, your financial goals? Come on, your goals in your purpose. What have you done? Get active. If you want to lessen, if you want to eliminate your risk of heart disease, get active. The reason why you guys are threatening heart attacks, the reason why your valves are being congested and your flow is being blocked, it's because you're just lazy. You're not doing anything you were put here to do. God put you here with purpose. There is something that you were supposed to do. He did not put you here just to wake up and die. Just wake up, pay my bills, and then die. That's not what you were here to do. And so you got to get active. You got to say, what was I put here to do? What am I doing that's manifesting the purpose on the inside of my life? Get active. Number 3, I'm talking about how do I prevent heart disease. Number 3, stay at a healthy weight. I'm sorry, it's the truth. Stay at a healthy weight. So it is in the natural, so it is in the spirit. Some of you guys are overweight. And I'm not talking about naturally. You're risking heart disease because you're carrying things that weren't meant for you to carry. Oh yeah, you're carrying your cross and your mama cross and your son cross and your co-worker's cross. The Bible says, let us each take up our own cross. But number 3, listen, stay at a healthy weight. You weigh too much. You're overweight because listen, you're sitting here and you're carrying regret. You're overweight because you're carrying regret. I hate that I got pregnant out of wedlock. I hate that I didn't finish school. I hate that I went bankrupt. I hate that I went to jail. I hate that I lost my job. I hate that that person died. And I'm carrying it. And I'm carrying it day after day. I wake up with it. I put it on me. And I'm carrying things that weren't meant for me to carry. And I'm overweight. And when you're overweight, you are at risk for heart disease. And so you got to lose the weight. Somebody should type that in the comment. Lose the weight. Listen, the Bible, and in case you guys are saying, she just out there, she just going it. No. This is the Bible. The Bible says, let us lay aside the weight, every weight, and the sin. See, listen, he said, lay aside the weight and the sin that's easily keeping us from moving forward. Lose the weight. So what's weighing me down? What is it that's weighing me down? Could the weight be regret? Could the weight be resentment? You still mad at your mama for something she did 20 years ago. You still mad at your baby daddy because he still won't do right. You still mad at your daddy because he left. Lose the weight. You're carrying this. My past has passed. Y'all know I say this all the time, but you're still carrying it. Relationship after relationship. You're threatening heart disease because you're carrying the stuff that they did with you. Lose the weight. You're still mad? Lose that weight. You're still angry? Lose that weight. You're still pitiful about that? It happened. Lose the weight. You're carrying things that your body was not meant to carry. And you're threatening heart disease because you're overweight. You were not meant to take on everybody's problem. You can't live your children's lives for them. You can't make that man do right. You can't make that woman get it together. You can't make that child do what they're supposed to do. Lose the weight. Obesity is one of the ways that causes you to be at more risk for heart disease. And so you're carrying weight that wasn't meant for you. You're carrying other people's problem. You're carrying the pain of the past. You're carrying bitterness. You're still mad at her because she rejected you. You're still mad at him because he walked away. You're still mad at them because they didn't want to do that. Lose the weight. Let us lay aside the weight. The weight, the thing that's causing our shoulders to hurt, the thing that's causing our neck to be bent out of shape, the things that's giving us back problems because we're carrying weight that wasn't meant for our body. Let us lay aside the weight. Lose the weight. Number 4, quit smoking and stay away from secondhand smoke. I'm talking about 7 ways to help prevent heart disease. I said earlier that medical experts say, am I at risk for heart disease? Yes, everybody is at risk for heart disease. Each and every one of us are at risk for heart disease, but there are some ways that we can reduce the risk. Number 1, I said eat healthy. I said ask yourself, what's in my diet? Number 2, get active. Are you doing what you were put here to do, or are you being lazy? Are you waiting for somebody to be the plug? Are you waiting for somebody to put you on? Are you waiting for somebody to notice you? What are you doing? Get busy. Number 3, stay at a healthy weight. Lose the weight. You're carrying too much. You're obese because you're carrying things that weren't meant for you to carry. Number 4, how to prevent heart disease? Quit smoking and stay away from secondhand smoke. What am I saying? What are you doing to yourself, and what are you taking in from other people? What are you inhaling that's toxic? Are you inhaling resentment? Are you inhaling hatred? Are you the toxicity? Are you inhaling jealousy? What are you inhaling? What toxicity are you inhaling? Are you ingesting in your body? And what secondhand smoke are you ingesting? Maybe it's not you that is toxic, but the people in your atmosphere, secondhand smoke. Do you know that people die quicker from secondhand smoke? There are babies that are risking heart disease, not because they've ever smoked a pack in a day. It's because of secondhand smoke. You better do some self-evaluation and say, who is in my space that has toxins that I'm inhaling in? Huh? Maybe I'm not negative, but the person around me, I'm sitting around pessimistic Patsy, and every time I look around, she has something negative to say. She has something ugly to say. I'm around Petty Peter, and he's always having something petty to say, and I'm inhaling toxicity. Secondhand smoke is putting me at risk for heart disease. What am I inhaling, and what secondhand smoke am I inhaling? I'm around somebody. I'm around something that's sending off bad fumes. Listen, you know when you're up on somebody and they got bad vibes, you can feel it. You ever said, that doesn't smell right. Something about that is off. That doesn't smell. Something in the air smells funny. And so you better ask yourself, what's that smell? Because it could be that you are inhaling secondhand smoke. You're inhaling something from somebody else. You're fine with that girl, but because somebody else don't like her, they want you to inhale their secondhand smoke, and now they want you to get mad with them too. Just because they look some kind of way at that guy, they want you to inhale their secondhand smoke, and they want everybody to be a bunch of haters. Listen, toxicity. What am I inhaling in myself, and what's around me that I'm getting secondhand smoke on? Ask yourself, because they're scared, they're putting their fumes on you. Girl, you shouldn't do that because you never know how that will work out. All right, don't embarrass yourself. You better see, is that secondhand smoke? Because those toxins are getting into you and putting you at risk for heart disease. Number 5, how do I prevent heart disease? What is it that I can do to lower my risk of heart disease? I said, number 1, eat healthy. What's in my diet? Number 2, get active. Am I doing what I was put here to do? Number 3, stay at a healthy weight. Am I overweight because I'm carrying things that were not meant for me to carry? I need to lay those things aside. Number 4, this is how to reduce your risk of heart disease. Quit smoking and stay away from secondhand smoke. What am I ingesting? And who around me is putting toxicity inside of me? Who is messing up my atmosphere? I had clear atmosphere, but somebody is around me negative. Somebody is around me with their bad fumes, with their pessimistic attitude, with their pettiness, with their hatred, with their hating on other people. That's secondhand smoke. I need to clear the air. Somebody ought to hashtag that, clear the air. Listen, I need to clear the air. You ever been in a room full of smoke and you saying, I gotta get out, I gotta go outside because I gotta get some fresh air? Sometimes it's time for us to clear the air. I'm at risk for heart disease because my air is polluted. There is somebody polluting your air. So you got to look around and say, hashtag clear the air. It's time. You better get your Febreze out. You better get your spiritual Febreze out. You better get your emotional Febreze out. And you say, negativity. Shh, I got to clear the air. Let me Febreze you. You got an attitude today? Febreze. Oh, not another negative story. Oh, another poor mouth. You don't have any money again. I got to clear the air. Hashtag, shh. Let me take out my Febreze because I got to clear the air. I can't have these toxins. That's secondhand smoke. And secondhand smoke puts me at risk for heart disease. Shh. Clear the air. All right, I hope I'm helping. Number 5, how do I reduce the risk of heart disease? Control your cholesterol. Listen, control your cholesterol. That means those things that get into you and that can block your arteries. What am I saying? Listen, forgive quickly. Talk it out. I just said it, clear the air. Hear me. You got to say to yourself, I need to quit scorekeeping. I don't want to say anything. I'm going to just sit back and watch to see if they're going to do it again. And I'm just going to keep score. Listen. That's cholesterol. You clogging your arteries. I'm just going to wait to see if they're going to do it again. I'm not going to say anything this time. I'm just going to keep score. Listen, 1 Corinthians 13 says love doesn't keep score. It doesn't have a record of wrong. And so the reason why you're at risk for heart disease is because you don't know how to control your cholesterol. Your cholesterol is you keeping score. You don't want to talk it out. You don't want to forgive quickly. You want to hold it. It's clogging up your arteries. You're at risk for a heart attack. You clogging up your arteries because I just want to hold on to this attitude. Nah, I need to stay mad a little while longer. That's cholesterol. You better learn how to control your cholesterol. Some of your cholesterol is your temper. Just get mad at everything. Fly off the handle at everything. Somebody looking at you sideways and you ready to fight. You think somebody said something subliminally about you and now you got to post a whole get back at you post on Facebook. Come on now. Control your cholesterol. That means those things on the inside of you that could clog up your arteries. You got to say, well, I need to get a handle on that because I don't want my heart to be under attack. Number 6, how do I lower the risk of heart disease? Stop drinking. Stop drinking. Let me show you how this flies over into the natural. Alcohol is a numbing agent. And when you drink, especially excessively, when you are always drinking, you put yourself at risk for heart disease. And so when you are drinking excessively, then what you're really doing is you're trying to numb something that needs to be addressed. Alcohol is a numbing agent. Weed, numbing agent. Sex, numbing agent. I said this one time before. God can't heal what you don't reveal, and you won't reveal what you don't feel. Let me say that again for the people in the back. God can't heal what you don't reveal, and you won't reveal what you don't feel. And so we numb ourselves with alcohol. I don't want to deal with that man today. I don't want to deal with those children today. I don't want to deal with that job today. It's a numbing agent. We numb ourselves with medicine. Some of you all need to be working at a pharmacy because you take medicine for everything. Oh, that's a headache. Might be a migraine. Let me go ahead and take this Tylenol with codeine in and numb myself, knock myself out just in case. Numbing agent. You go in your cabinet in the bathroom and good gracious, you could be working at a pharmacy. Numbing agent. Sex. You're just out there having mindless sex. It's not just because you're just promiscuous. You're just out there winging it because it's a numbing agent. Well, if I can just make my body feel something, if I can just make my body feel alive even for a moment, it keeps me from really having to face the issue. Hear me. When you numb yourself, you are putting yourself at risk for a heart disease. That's a heart condition. It's a heart condition. You're at risk for a heart attack. Number 7, last but not least, manage your stress. Manage your stress. I just told you guys in this part 2 of this segment, I said when I went and I did this, my research on it, and the question is asked, am I at risk for heart disease? Researchers, medical experts say everybody is at risk for heart disease. You are not exempt. Everybody is at risk for heart disease, but I just gave you 7 ways to help lower the risk. Number 1, eat healthy. What's in your diet? Number 2, get active. Are you being lazy or are you going after your purpose? Number 3, stay at a healthy weight. Are you carrying crosses that weren't meant for you to carry? Number 4, quit smoking and stay away from secondhand smoke. Who is polluting your atmosphere? Number 5, control your cholesterol. Forgive quickly. Talk it out. Stop scorekeeping. Stop being so quick to be mad. Number 6, stop drinking. Any numbing agent that you're doing to keep yourself from feeling. And last but not least, manage stress. You can't fix what you won't face. And so a lot of times you don't know that you're threatening a heart attack because you're trying to pretend like everything is okay. Listen, quit shutting down. Quit trying to sleep it away. Quit trying to eat it away. Quit trying to sex it away. Stop practicing avoidance. Every time something happens, I'm going to avoid that. I'm just going to go the other way. I won't pick up my phone. I'm just going to act like I don't hear them calling me. Be in the moment. I'm going to say this again for the people in the back. God can't heal what you don't reveal, and you won't reveal what you won't feel. Manage your stress. Quit ignoring it. Quit eating it away. Some of you guys, quit churching it away. Yeah, I said it. I'm just going to go to church and hear the choir, hear the preacher, and so I can avoid my problems. Stop using church as a scapegoat. Yeah, I said it. Stop using it. It's an avoidance technique. I'm dealing with those people at my house today. I'm going to church because you don't want to deal with what's causing you stress. Can I tell you something? You're risking heart disease. And so what we do is we won't manage our stress. We ignore it. We won't manage our stress. We look over it. We won't manage our stress. We numb it. We won't manage our stress. We'll relabel it. That's not stress. I'm just having a bad day. That's not stress. She's just in a bad mood. I said at the beginning, this is a heart condition. Is it a he? Is it a she? Is it an it? Or is it me? I'm talking about heart conditions. God can't heal what you won't reveal, and you won't reveal what you won't feel. Listen, I hope tonight brought you guys some help, some hope, and some healing, because this was the whole point of tonight, to deal with, are you threatening a heart attack? Listen to me. I want to pray even tonight, those of you guys that feel like, you know what? I see me in this. I got a heart condition. You know what? That might be me with the coronary artery disease. My flow is being blocked. That might be me with the heart failure because my heart got weak. Something's making my heart weak. That might be me with arrhythmia. Something's throwing my rhythm off. That might be me with valvular heart disease. Those 4 valves in our heart, the finances, the family, the fear, the fatigue. That might be me with the aortic aneurysms, because I traced the tree and I found out that there was something inherent in my bloodline that I need to deal with. That might be me with the heart infection because I'm letting something too close on me and it's leaching out my bloodline. It's leaching out my life source. That might be me with my problems at birth. There was a hole left in my heart when I was young. If that's you tonight, or even if you're watching the replay, listen to me. There is help, there's hope, and there is healing. And so I pray against heart conditions, every condition of your heart, everything that is causing your heart to be stopped up, that's causing your blood to stop flowing. If it's anger, if it's resentment, if it's abuse, if it's abandonment, if it's low self-esteem, if it's rejection, if there is somebody that put a hole in your heart, I pray even now for healing. I pray even now that, listen, there was a song that says that the potter wants to put you back together again. Sometimes we're bleeding. Can I tell you the truth? Sometimes even in the hand of the master, we get marred. Yeah, sometimes we think, well, just because I'm saved, well, just because I know Jesus, my heart isn't supposed to bleed. Some of us are at risk for heart disease, even in the hands of the potter. But there's a song that says, if you're broken, stop by the potter's house. If you need mending, stop by the potter's house. If your heart's broken, stop by the potter's house. I told you guys earlier that a heart attack happens when the blood flow to the heart is suddenly blocked, and that part of the heart may die if that person doesn't get help quickly. You don't have to be a hero. You can tell the truth. My heart hurts. Some of us just need to tell the truth. My heart hurts. I'm acting like I'm good. I'm looking like I'm fine. You know, everything seems like it's okay, but the truth is my heart hurts. There's a hole in my heart because there were some problems at birth. I have some clogged arteries. Something blocked my flow. Maybe it was because I failed and now I'm afraid to be great because there's fear. Maybe there's heart failure because I had a weakness. Maybe my weakness was pornography. Maybe my weakness was my finances. Maybe my weakness was sex. I had a weakness and it caused my heart to stop functioning the way that it should. I said at the beginning that dysfunction that's causing that malfunction could be a heart issue. And so tonight we got to tell the truth. My heart hurts. Some of us, our hearts hurt, and we don't have anybody that we can tell this to. Our heart hurts because we're overweight, because we're carrying things that we still haven't gotten past. We're carrying regret. That happened when I was young, and I'm still carrying it. I'm still defining myself by the mistakes of our past. I'm still carrying finances when I messed up, family members that mistreated me, fear because I failed, fatigue because I'm just so tired. I feel like I don't have any help. Tonight I'm praying for you. If you're threatening a heart condition, you feel like your heart was infected because somebody lied on you, because somebody cheated on you, because somebody walked away, because somebody misused you, because somebody abused you, because somebody infected you with their venom. Listen, there's help, there's hope, and there is healing for your heart tonight. The Potter wants to put you back together again. And a lot of times we go to people thinking that they can mend our heart. We get into relationships because we think that man can heal my heart. We think that woman can heal my heart. We think that if I drink, if I sex it away, if I medicate it away, my heart will just magically be numb and it will just do better. But the truth is, our heart hurts. Our heart hurts. God can't heal what you won't reveal, and you won't reveal what you don't feel. And so tonight, we're taking off the mask and we're saying, my heart hurts. Somebody wounded it. My heart hurts. Somebody punctured it. I thought they loved me and they wounded me. I thought they wouldn't leave and they wounded me. I thought they'd never say that, but they wounded me. I thought they wouldn't walk away, but they left. My heart hurts. But tonight I pray for healing. I pray that the peace of the Lord that surpasses all understanding guard your heart and your mind. I keep saying this. I said at the beginning, Proverbs 4:23 says, and above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. So you have to stop and you have to say, God, work on my heart. It's me that's standing in the need of prayer. It's me. My heart hurts. And I need you to go past what people can do. I need you to go past what alcohol can do. I need you to go past what sex can do. I need you to go past what the internet can do. I need you to go past what working all the time can do. There's a hole in my heart. And so I pray for those of you guys that are watching that feel like you have a hole in your heart. I pray for the peace of the Lord that surpasses all understanding to guide your heart, to mend your heart. He's the only one that can put those pieces back together again. He's the only one that can seal up those holes that were left in our hearts. Sometimes the people that wounded us didn't mean to. I said earlier in this segment that sometimes when we're wounded, a heart disease and heart infection comes not because of what's in our heart, but what's around our heart. Sometimes we hold people so close. Sometimes we hold people too close. Sometimes we put people right up on me ourselves. And listen, they wounded us. Mama didn't mean to wound you. She didn't know. Nobody taught her. Daddy didn't mean to wound your heart. He didn't have an example. That man didn't mean to mistreat you. He wasn't raised to do it right. That woman did not mean to do that. She didn't have an example. So sometimes the wounds in our heart are coming because of misintention, misguided intentions. People wound us. Sometimes, yeah, they do it deliberately. But there are sometimes, listen, hurt people. Wounded people wound people. And so there are some of us and our heart is hurting. And we think that the way to get over it is to get over it. Yeah. And I said one time, stop telling people to get over it and help them get through it. I better say that again for the people in the back. Stop telling people to get over it. Help them get through it. When your heart hurts, when you risk heart disease, that means something is malfunctioning. Something, somewhere, something isn't able to flow freely. And so I pray for every clogged artery in your life tonight. I pray if it's resentment that's clogging your heart, I pray against it. If it is abandonment that's clogging your heart and causing you not to be able to flow freely, I pray that the wounds of your heart be mended. I pray that every clogged artery in your heart, whether it's low self-esteem, whether it's low self-confidence, whether it's words that wounded you, whether it's people that overlooked you, whether it's somebody that mistreated you, whether it was because you got rejected, whether it's because life handed you a bad hand, I pray for healing. I pray for hope. And I pray for help. Even now, listen, God is mending. If you open up the fragments, listen, that song says, give him the fragments of your broken heart. The fragments. God is the only person I know that can take a fragment and make it whole. He asked the man that was beside the pool, will thou be made whole? He can take fragments. There are some of you guys that say, I can't give this to him. It's just a piece. People have broken my heart. My heart's been broken in a million pieces. There's nothing but pieces left. Church has hurt me so much. Fragments. My mind has been blown fragments. But God is the only person, the master surgeon, that knows how to take those broken pieces and put them back together again. He can mend it. I told you guys to type earlier, there's help for my heart. All is not lost. This is not the end. This is not the end of the road for you. There is help for your heart. I'm going to put this on. Somebody asked me at the end of last Mondays. They said, you forgot to give us an opportunity to sow into you so that you can pray, so that you can touch and agree. There's so many people that inbox me and they want to sow because they want me personally to pray for them. And so I'll put the post up tonight. If you want to, you do not have to, but if you want to sow into me, into this ministry of help, hope, and healing, listen, feel free to do so. Inbox me and just, let me know that you want me to touch and agree with you about your heart condition. If you say, listen, I heard you and I saw myself in this segment, I have a heart condition, but I need you to touch and agree for healing in my heart. That was me with the clogged artery. That was me with the weak heart. That was me with those valves that was malfunctioning. That was me. There is help, there's hope, and there's healing for your heart. The potter wants to put you back together again. I'm Elisa LaShell, the empowerment specialist. My prayer is that you saw yourself in this segment. You saw the condition of your heart. You saw what to do when your heart is under attack. But most importantly, you discovered that there was help, there's hope, and there's healing. Until next time, I'm Elisa LaShell, the empowerment specialist. I'll see you guys again.